Good morning. So it's all kind of clean up now. We have, well, a log module I think I still want more experience with before we ever call anything. I'm very unsettled about whether to include an arbitrary value, and then it's a value, so you still have to encode it. Let's see, we also need the JavaScript side. So you've got okay, so you just got command. And that is all WebSocket stuff. Oh, and OBS stuff. Oop. What are you doing to me here? And this never got indented. All right, so we've got log, we've got what do we call it? OBS? OBS Studio? We've got WebSocket. And should be our main app. Of course, it's the compiled version. Well, chat tests shouldn't complain if we try to compile normally. So this is an HTTP error. OBS, we never sorted these. Okay. Okay. Log goes there. All right. So you are a log.http. I guess I should get this set up to compile, huh? And I see about actually setting up scripts to really do these things, or to actually do build without the extra. Did you know you could build this in optimize mode? Oh no, this is just okay. So this is just a error. It's exactly what's up there. This is an actual HTTP error. Name lookup did not find any user. Self lookup did not find any user. I kind of want to know that. Maybe that should actually be in the app somewhere. What's a port socket error? Oh, so you're a port socket, not WebSocket. You just have error. So really, this kind of loops back around. But my log module doesn't have a thing for that. Well, we have debug. Well, it's not really a bug, that's an actual error. Maybe I need to accept just a arbitrary extra data for that. Because who knows how big that thing's going to be. What do we call that? Log.print, log.data, log.value. So this would actually be without a note. So we would probably do what, like an error and... Now we're sending 2 port messages. We're going to send 2 commands. Or the values also have to have notes, but then what's the log level for that? Let's see, I don't think there's any way I can introspect to JSON. If I wanted to have some sort of multi-part thing where I could say, log this kind of message, and oh, by the way, include some data, I kind of have to have like an intermediate type that was like message level. And then you could also add an additional, you switch to a new type that was with value. Oh, and if I did that, I'd have to say, make the type and then send it, always, which would be kind of a pain in the butt. Is that, no, I have encode as a thing here. I go change all my other values. So why is it complaining? Oh, because I have to do the encode value decoder on that. Wait, did I fully... No, because it's a value. Oh, this has to be a string. To encode that string. Import that, which would probably cause a value collision if I did. Let's see. That one is actually kind of a little bit of a new message. Oh, now you see, I've set this up to only be able to get my own stream. My own stream is live while I'm doing this. What's a catch-all? Wait, oh no, I was trying, log.info. Oh no, I was looking at this one, which I guess we could fake that. Log.error, now I gotta do command batch. Turns it into a whole production. Man, I don't know what a WebSocket error looks like. But I guess the WebSocket could maybe provide a... Yeah, it would be like a port module integration. All right, now, how do I make that an actual... When would we do that? Just send error. Well, but error. Okay, so that one's a string actually. But that is an error. So probably our most likely thing would be this. But I'd almost have to set up a situation where I cut my internet connection. Now, one situation, well, would that be error or would that just be on close? If I didn't do the ping pong thing. Yeah, so we can generate an error message, no problem. I just don't... Well, okay, we can do one kind of error. Oh, did I set up error to receive a value? Index.html. But yeah, okay. Oh, I did set up error to receive a value. Okay. So that actually kind of takes out the need for this. Yep. Or did I? Or do I have mismatched log here? Yeah, I did. Did I do error somewhere else? I did. Does that make you a warn? And they actually ended up reversed. I'm not sure if that's quite the way to do it. WebSocket open. Yeah, and these are actually purely I mean, these are more like truly debug things that you could probably just comment out when you're not debugging it. You have actual commands to send as well. I could switch over to the other system. This is obviously something that grew over time. Oh my god, the parentheses. Actually, I think debug had a... Oh, you did have an ID. Well, I mean, that's something you can stringify easy enough. But instead of turning u2 int, I have to do u2 value, at which point what's the point? Other than maybe we globally switch off debug stuff printing. It's like we have to convert it to something. Oop, and space. This one is a bit more awkward. I don't think I did any command combinator stuff here. No. Well, they're all command none, so we might want to... Well, might want to comment this out. This might have to get switched for command none. Did I lose my... I lost my in. Now, what causes us to close? Well, this can be either this or... Silence. Okay, so that we're treating as actual debugging. What kind? This is a port socket message. This is a parser error. So many types of errors. And another dependency. And it depends on the error type of this particular parser too. So this might not be a generic one. We have to go through this error handler with a plain value, which would look a little bit like these things. I have a parser test that does this? No, we're using Debug.log. Okay, we did expose dead ends to string. Oh. Fail with this string message. Dead ends to string error. It just does say toString. So then my error thing demands a value, which we can't give it a value anymore. To convert it to a string. Well, I guess I could restringify JSON encode the string as a JSON string. What does a chat error look like? It looks like a list dead end of chat context chat.problem. Is dead end from parser? Wait, so it's specifically a parser to advanced. You know, since we're just passing this to another function, I kind of just want to not specify that. Parse error. Equals log dot error. We did have a message. Oh, we're saying the message and then the error we had parsing it. And this is actually looking like it should almost be a debug. Dead ends to string call produces string, but it needs a JSON value. Have I not did any other encode stuff in here? I have not. What a parse error would actually look like? I mean, I guess I could break the parser. Or feed it a fake message? Ah, so it actually printed the message we got and then gave me the error. Okay. Oop, not compiled yet. Okay, so that's a true debug log. This is if we have to do a reconnect. I'd have to have a way to print out my current IRC connection status. So this probably is a Debug.log. Maybe I want to do something in the case that we actually attempt to connect. Okay, unknown tags. So tag, it probably is a straight up string here. And this is not in a command position. Okay, that's an easy one. At least until we have to do other stuff. No. Well, okay, so that can be, we can just do string concatenation there. Okay, that would be a straight up debug. I think these are all command none. Well, you've got an extra message to put out. I mean, I guess all of this stuff is kind of just straight up debugging. It's just a thing I kind of might want to be watching at odd times. And maybe that means I need some way to switch into debug mode at runtime. So that's the raw line. Those are all things we're supposed to know. An unknown notice, we treat as like a warn. And that is, says unknown notice. And there are notices that we just don't respond to. Well, yeah, it's probably allowable. Oh, I guess we use reconnect for everything, huh? I kind of wanted to know which room we're in. Maybe that should be the logging thing again. Okay, no, here we got a chat line versus a string. Okay, so a line has a command and then prefix params, probably other stuff. Well, host target's going to have particular things that are interesting, right? Oh, maybe I didn't explicitly... Was this a user notice? It's a line cut command. So we're just generically parsing the command part of this? Numeric command, alpha command. Okay, so yeah, these are like command from the chat server. So I have to print... this isn't an easy one to test while streaming. Do I have tests for this? Chat samples. Okay, command... on channel... How do I parse that? I mean, the channel should be a standard thing. Of course, this is from my host. Do I actually care about this? Yeah, this is pure info. Where are those going to end up? So we have tags, which I don't think any of those are tags. What was prefix? So it would be part of the params, which are a list of strings. Can I just do line.params and make that a list? I think it's the same concat operator. And we need even more parentheses. Can we rewrite this? I think there actually is I don't remember if it's in string or array. I think there actually is a list. String, list of strings. So join character. And log.info. And then, do we have a setup to send sample lines to this? So it's not plus plus. Oh no, it's colon colon. Oh, we had another one. That was a maybe. Oh, drop one line dot params. So that's a similar. Okay, so actually, maybe it's room if you're doing a join. Oh, actually, and here's another thing. Oop, too much. So can we just take so this is going to be end of names list, joined room. Nope, actually, we do need... I could have that problem with a couple of these, actually. And I'm actually not sure how the argument order would work out on this. Because when you do the operator form of these things, it tends to get a little bit weird. Okay, so we put all the params into our other one. We probably only want one of them, really. Okay, so joined room, that worked. Neo, do I have anything set up? I imported as chat. Yes. And actually, the host target probably wasn't the most important one, but we should have one of those. Sample host notice. Sample host target off, offline. Too much deletion. We throw out the commands, which we actually need to do that print now. It worked with the bug. And I guess the way to cheat on this. So it would have printed that. So get some of that stuff. Oh, they're going to be a little bit different, aren't you? Actually, we only want... So much trouble. So that would be basically drop one. But we were printing the entire thing. Let's come to doubt, you're still a problem. Those are actual debug things. And this is the all other cases. We don't know what happened. This is a warning exactly, just an unknown message. But we do have to be able to output a value. Which is a line, which now we actually do need all the stuff. So we have no JSON encoder in here right now. Line is just an alias that is exposed. All right, so this, we can, it's not too much of a pain to type. Just go ahead and make the entire thing. So message line. I don't know if I want to do this in line. Encode.object is a list tags is a list of string. It's a list string of line.tags. It completed that for me, apparently. Prefix is, we have a default encoder for maybe. We've got a null. No, we don't. So that is what? Maybe dot map. We don't have this fully imported. Encode dot string. Maybe with default encode dot null. Command is a command which is just an encode dot string of that, which I guess we could still do that pipeline format. Of line.command. And URL list a string again. And we've not completed this because we needed to encode that. Okay, so now it is a log dot. Do I need the full unknown message now? I mean, I could use this for any kind of line, although now that we've gone to the trouble to write it. All right, so did I still have debug.log there? Or did we already start doing stuff with it? Yeah. Log.debug, message line, unknown message, message line. Okay, chat.tag. Oh, wait, did I not see that? It is. Tags are exposed, but that's going to be a... Oh, God. And as JSON, those would all encode differently. Do I just leave out the tags? Because that's for an unknown message. At least here it's for an unknown message. Well, you can still see that stuff in the message itself. And once again, if we do it up here, what if we do it, well, what do we do? We parse garbage? Well, this is probably from something that sort of looked like a valid message. Yeah, this is probably going to be a parse error, not an unknown message. Chance samples. What's the simplest? There's ping. Okay, that's the prefix. And this has to be something unknown. I need an in. Prefix null, command TMI. Oh, we lost a character. That was kind of enough to mess it up. Prefix, command, params2. Okay. So we were doing this function, and this was the bottom of it. We still have a big problem to deal with here. That one. Oh, this is unknown tag, which is that same problem we had. Well, no, it's unknown tag. Well, I was trying to print the entire thing. But I think I have all of the information that you would reasonably need there. String, key value. Nope, that's compiled. But we have to get this into a position where we can return it as a command. Right, when we debug.logged it before, it would have the unknown tag thing in there. Now debug wanted a value. And Debug.log also returned it. So we're going to have to turn this into a, was it a filter map? So that you are and you are not message tag, key value. Well, actually, I was doing the entire message here. Will that leave me without context? It would not give me a message to try and copy paste out to work with. No. Okay, now we have to save this somewhere. And at every opportunity out of this entire thing, we have to add that in. Okay, it is only used once. Oh, we do have a reduce. It sounds like the thing to do I need to pull this out into a function, because I could put that in as the initial default command from that whole reduce sequence. Message line. And model command none. Collect unknown tags from message. Oh, this has to be per line. It's not that simple. Naming is hard. So now we have the outer chat response that you call. We have the inner chat response, which does the actual case. And we've got the outer thing that wraps on the unknown tags. What do we call those? And is this, well, it's not really reduce because this function is command only. Unless we give it a dummy model. But it has to do like kind of the same stuff as reduce. We're only command batching the one thing. But we have to run the function, we have to get the model. Even though the stuff we're batching is outside of it. Does reduce take something I could use? Chat response was set up to take a line in a model. And a model message. And response ID message of. So you're still gonna be the line. And we have model. And then the messages. Right, so the outer reduce takes care of doing those messages. You are going to be collect unknown tags. I kind of need an unknown tags test now. Maybe I could break it for something useful. Not command.message. Body is a list command. Indeed it is. Oh, that's right. Right, yeah, then that filters it down to just those things. Probably a whole lot of empty batches. All right. What kind of tag messages are we likely to be receiving? Connection message, no. Join message, no. I might need to just straight up debug log all the messages. See if I have anything to test with here. Okay, there's a names list. I think these are tags. So we've got emote only. Unknown tag. Okay, and this was... Oh, this is multiple messages. That's actually a room state? Anyway. Unknown tag, emote only. And there's the message it was working on. We need to get rid of this one. That is actual debugging. Hopefully we just don't need that. We only do particular cases there. Wait. Message ID. Yeah, we just kind of left that alone. Now, I guess I should actually be working on the ability to build these, because that will tell me if I missed anything. Does that need to be a watch? Right. I'll just add the flag. Oh, now you see. Port socket still has them. And that is for a decode error. Now you see the problem is this is a receive. I might need to have a separate error type. Well, no, that maps the error. And this is just like, because it's technically a maybe. Oh, no, that says with default, oh, ID. Because it says goes to ID event, error. So that's not a map error to that. Error is a value, so it has to turn a decode error into a value. That's what my log does. So I have to have a decode error type in order to receive that as a decode error, to pass it back to log as a decode error. Or this has to have... Okay, so I guess decode errors aren't too bad. It's the HTTP error that was really nasty. All right, so we map the error. To an error of... This might be a whole process. I don't know if there's a better way to make this a function. Well, yeah, that would be... So we have a JSON decode.error. We have a... I guess we just have this here. We have decoder. An error to string to... Did I just do encode? Yeah. To encode to that string to... Is this any better? And now we basically do need... Well, we just need this to compile at the moment. ID event. Oh. There's no thing that does that, is there? So actually we kind of do this. So we say this is the success value of it now. And then no, because that only maps the error. I might have to and then this. No, because and then is still going to be success only. I have to case it. I have to and then it. Well, well, if it's okay, it is just that. We have to figure out what to do with that. Not a result.map error. This is just a debug.log WebSocket error. I didn't do any success mapping on you, did I? This is just the error case. Oh, this is E. Right, we were saying it was error. Error was a value. Yeah, this is a decode received. Type error. That's command. Message. Looking for end of line while parsing IRC, while parsing a bunch of IRC messages. Just figured, oh yeah, there's only one. Oh, I left it in here. In that case, where did that print come from? Okay, nope, that looks correct. Okay, and then that should get rid of the banner. Now we're still printing some stuff. Maybe if we have a little extra time, we can come back and try to add some sort of like URL debug flag or something. Oh, we haven't committed anything on this. And apparently I triggered off a markdown conversion. Okay, I forgot to come back and commit the Twitch changes. And we still have to switch it back to the actual library when everything's all set, which we're kind of getting there. Okay. Hostable. So you probably also have this stuff. Why did your monitor change? Oh, I could put you to monitor the Twitch library. Did I do that for you too? Yeah. Hopefully we're done with that. I guess I might want if there were any updates. Monitor. All right, so hostable stream credits. That we can grab as a separate file. All right, so identifies port socket. All right, yeah, no, this is that one. Log. Oh, measure text, select copy, local storage, port socket. OBS Studio. All the ports. And we already know that port socket had to have a little change here. Which will hopefully be everything. I guess I do have a bunch of other modules here. They might have their own little debugging bits. That's commented out. That's commented out. Local storage. Any other alphabetically up ones? A lot in hostable. Nope. Just one in local storage. This is probably a pretty similar thing. Now, I could turn it into I could turn it into a result. It's already a maybe. Since it's a decode error, we'd probably do a similar thing where we turned it into a stringified version of the error. I mean, or we leak up that it's a decode. Well, it does take a decoder. I swear I had local storage and some other apps. Maybe I didn't have that debug thing in there. How much trouble is this going to be? Did I get my type backwards? Oh, I did a maybe.end then. Wait. Local storage loaded. Oh, you are a maybe. So we were going into a maybe pipeline there. Maybe Elm decodes null has nothing. Maybe it doesn't. In fact, it probably does. Oh, we've got all the message debugging on here. Oh, no, because we still can't compile. Okay, yes, that wiped out everything. We can't compile to see how the Elm side receives that. Morning, Rainy? How are you doing today? Fairly good, I guess? Thank you. That's the way to say hi. You're welcome. Although I have to admit, I'm curious why you're not somewhere else. I'm doing fairly good. The accounting software that I've used for consulting stuff added an other income feature, but then it doesn't put that into payments received reports. So recording these has been a little bit of pain as I get together tax stuff. Of course, before that, I had to do an expense for the transaction fees, do an invoice that included that expense. So it was a pain in its own way. Okay. Okay, so that's not a decode error. What I need, it's an and then. So I really need to know is what this comes through as. Property renditions. Is that for you or for your work? I don't remember you talking about moving recently. Okay, so the first time we did this, we managed to save something. Okay. Yeah, I've been bad about it lately. That's not memory. We need storage. Oh, but that's for our actual thing that's this. Oh, rental property. Okay. That does complicate things a little bit. Well, this year it was a combination of I have a library branch close, so it's like I want to walk down there. We had lots of snow this year. And I somewhat perhaps inadvisedly got involved as a very, 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 very small stakeholder in a company. So I have this K1, which is often requires filing extensions and stuff. This year they actually did get it. They actually did get it to me, and I just have to file all my stuff. But that's typically been a things we've delayed for. And then just generally getting together the wherewithal to figure out, find all the papers, scan all the papers, figure out how to encrypt all the files to send off the accountant. Yeah, for me it's not too bad because the accountant deals with most of it, but we do have to wait for them sometimes. Yeah, it's been an up and down thing. I'm not actually sure where the stake sits right now. All right, so that does come through as a nothing. That's because we actually loaded a null. And we have a 2 maybe. Do we have a from maybe? So it takes an X and puts that as the error. Yeah. I have my own little thing I've built for doing estimated taxes, and every year it's kind of going back through the accountant stuff and trying to figure out where all the discrepancies are. I found a couple of the nagging ones last year, I think, but of course maybe it was also tax law changes. But yeah, it seemed like I was always getting a big refund from federal and sometimes going to be a little bit short on state. I think one of those was putting property tax in the wrong category. I forget what the other one was. Yeah, I don't know if it was a change or I was doing it wrong, but property tax was not a full discount. They, for some reason, put in like a 5% thing just to make us do extra work on the taxes. If it used to be a full discount, that was probably some little concession to the big real estate holders who are complaining about it. But now it's just, why am I even doing this calculation for 5%? If it was even 5%, maybe it's 3 or something. I don't know. It's a very, very small single digit. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, I don't even know enough to know like when you do and don't have to make estimated payments. I just thankfully somehow stumbled into um the fact that estimated payments are a thing the first year on my own, and so there's always been something there. Hmm. So that would be, let's see, we're trying to do, that would be a decode error. We were saying a decode error was going as if it was nothing. Where does this show up? maybe, let me see, this only, and I could actually decode this to different messages. That'd be one way to handle it. But there's potential, but potentially we could, got different events. My liability. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe that's something I should ask about. Well, I'm not doing terribly active investing right now. My understanding was always that if you didn't do estimated payments, you'd have late filing penalties, unless you actually think you can get more from investments than the late filing penalties, which I guess could be a thing. So yeah, we do a case off of the result. And this is the event that tells us that, okay, something happens, so we need to do all of this consequence stuff. Maybe I just have to treat this as an actual debugging message. Because that is going to be, it almost has to be a separate project to figure out how this would decode properly. Which maybe we wait until that actually becomes a pain point. All right, so decode local storage. Import log. Oh, what kind of error do you have? You are a JSON decode error. We have a thing for that. Do you take command or just model? You just take a model. We do have reduce from the chat step. Were we even able to use that? I think we're able to use that. So we're just adding a command to it. But we did it in a separate function. So a function that is applied from some event which persists is just model. It doesn't have a step. So yeah, that doesn't necessarily work. Like this entire thing is a step, but doesn't have an argument. Now, is persist a wrapper around something else? For the really common case, yeah, it's a wrap around save state. So we can just go back to that. No, this was HTTP error for our auth. So this is going to be our model. Persist. We have to capture the intermediate. You only have to capture the intermediate model, right? Save state is model to model message. Yeah, we have to deal with the intermediate model then. And log dot warn we start searching for something else. Okay, I thought that is HTTP error, which you have a thing for. Oop, if we spell it right. Oop, nope, that's the wrong HTTP error. Okay, just didn't have that buffer loaded, I guess. Self did not find user. Channel did not find user. Hosting did not find user. All right, so these might be, well, we've already got some commands model stuff going on here. Is that just error checking? This is kind of like algorithmic feedback. So that's up doing a pick. That's doing a pick. I might have to treat this as debugging. This is going to be fairly common during operation, but we are doing commands here. So even if I turned it off, I could probably get this in. WebSocket error. What's a port socket error? It's just a JSON, isn't it? made the user of it. Just a log.error. Yeah, because it's just a JSON value. Yeah, no, you're not that. Wait, 8. We left one. Log.warn. WebSocket connecting. That's kind of a more debugging thing. That's an actual error. Now, what kind of error is it? It's a parser error of chat messages, which we had so much fun with before. We had to we wrote a little function for it. And updated our chat module. Oh, that instance string might have been out before. Okay, not done you yet. Port socket.message. And you need encode now. Let's see. So it's a different decode. JSON, we do have you, but we didn't alias it here. Which is going to get painful later. Code 2. Oop, JSON.decode. Now I had another thing called decode here. Oh, did we change this one? Oh, I probably just did JSON. Or no, we had our imported thing. Okay, so that compiles. Okay, connecting open, closed, message. What do we do with reconnect? I need more of a timeout feature. Okay. And then this mess. Collect unknown tags. Just a log.info. Nope, didn't actually remove this. And all these. So you were outside of there. Okay, so this one does more stuff with that. Model time now. Command none, command none. Do I need to be printing this out? What things we kind of want to track? But it's not going to be like a really an error or anything. That's a maybe. So I kind of want to have it around. I can get you into one line. Okay, that's compilable. Not really going to see much yet. And right, we cleared our storage. We're still printing out a bunch of stuff. Well, it has to be a debug log, so we should get there eventually. Authentication failed. So we do want to put this out. Well, no, I only print this in this one case. Line.params. I guess I could use it. I could kind of use the unknown message thing for that. I guess really just encode line. We're probably going to have unknown message, though. Anywho. Authentication failed. Debug.error. Code line. Code line. No, not debug.error. Okay, that's what we're not using. User notes. We did user notes last time. Maybe that was just commented out? Ah, unknown notice we may have done something with. Oh, but we did mostly ignored these here. End of names list. And that is the unknown message. Debug.log. Import decode. All right, so we dealt with it in imported. That was something in imported. Error. So we're doing that twice. Okay, that's for channel is live, I think. Sort of curious if that's happening, but it's really just kind of background noise. This is a model though, so right now we have no ability to do that. Poll is one of the things we do there. Poll is one of the things we do there. Well, there's a couple of places we call that from. Maybe I could put it into the API key. It's going to delay API requests. So it's not great there. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't take this out. I didn't take this out. Did I do anything with you or decide not to do anything with you? All right, we can do an initial check. Bin monitor. Bin build. Doesn't need to be a watch. We hope. All right, that was Elmake. Wait, no, we over deleted. Oh, we're printing these messages from index. All play debug mode. Wait, 141. So that's a debug from somewhere. Oh, compiled in dev mode. Oh. Excuse, right, I backed some stuff out. And didn't unback it out enough. That might be... No, it's not a Debug.log. Okay, so we got rid of that. Now the question is, and we want to be back to an automatic watch. Where are we doing? Is that a log.debug? Is that an unknown message? Of course, this is something that could actually use tags. So this is an unknown message. I think. It is. Okay. Where do unknown messages come from? Was user state a thing I had over here? I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I didn't log in as much there, though. Yeah, okay. This one we just ignore? Now the question is, what was in there that is there anything in there I want? And apparently not. Oh, this actually doesn't give me the nice debug print. It does give me the tags, though. Badges, badge info. I don't think there's anything I need for this app. So what was my one question? It was, do we want to report on picking operations? And what's going to take to do that? So you are preparing a model command. You're preparing a model command. This is, we're not doing anything there. This is already doing command batch. This can do a command batch. So this would be and then parenthesize all that. Nope, not streams. Not that I use this feature anymore. Did I leave this one on? Yeah, log equals, might be somewhat relevant to this. Of course, maybe I should have an in-app log. That kind of brings us back to the question of should some of the apps just have switches for the amount of stuff they print. And that triggered Vim Markdown again. All right, then there's that. Well, there might not. This might already be a little bit out. I guess there's still the front-end app. Maybe has some. Okay, that's public. Oh, yeah, actually the front end is already clean. The back end does, which I guess on a Lambda, do I care that much? It's not going to be not really looking at the logs as often, or the debug console. Actually, config might be a thing. Or is that just, I haven't built that in a while. So Lambda port might have a problem with that. Event error, auth failed, HTTP error. So the log module, well, because this is our own little setup, port, you don't have direct access to commands. It's an event, so we'd have to like give it its own, error to string, system error. So we could sort of deal with that. Authentication failed, HTTP error. Actually, system error gets sucked up somewhere else. But this is an effect. So because we have like 1 or 2 layers of effect types that we'd have to go through to get this back to whatever our top level module is. Handler, maybe? Is an actual application? This is all Lambda program. Oop. Lambda Elm.json. You have your own, well, that might be effects other things use. Program is a platform worker. So you probably have the real event. Well, you're still doing effects. It does perform translate that? Yeah, do the update with effects and then perform them. Which is no effect, batch, decrypt, HTTP request, response. So that would have to also have a pass-through for logging. And we would actually have something of an incentive at that point to do a logging module that actually did have a way of encapsulating itself as a single type. Because right now it directly produces a command. It's called command fold. We probably used it for effects because it's generic. And I think I'm going to take a little break. Be back in a bit. Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess the gravity's getting a little bit weird. Maybe I need the trailer for stability.
Or I don't know, maybe it's time to like just bring a habitat and stuff down here.
Well, I did a habitat up there, and I just wanted to get the...
I am just seeing that trailer doing barrel rolls.
Junkrat's over to the left somewhere. Can't find him. Oh! The hell? What's hit me?
Hello there.
Oh.
Sniper detected.
And I would walk 1,000 tiles, and I would walk 1,000 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to deliver bananas to your door. Yada da. Oh, I've been streaming too long, guys. It's starting to get weird.
Show these mofos. Can't wait till the owners come back. Yeah. Come at me. Yeah. Huh? Huh? Who's eating who tonight? Yeah. Slice your bread.
Can you get your hand out yet?
I think I'm just stuck here. Go on without me.
No, go on. Can you get your hand out? Get your hand out.
Go on.
Yes.
Oh, should I get my hand out? Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now
Oh,
put yourself
Lord.
off as well.
I don't know. You'll have to. Okay, so we want educated people, but I'm not seeing. Okay. Let's look at all. Show me all. Is this no filtering? Okay, so there we go. And I want to see my educated school, display all, university. No, I want to see educated school.
Trust me. Trust. I swear to God, if the Shrek pushes me off. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Please be a banana.
I can do banana or watermelon. Banana. Okay, sick. I'm staying
banana,
here.
staying where I am.
This is an absolute ridiculous level.
I agree.
So then,
Here comes the venerable Otto. Excited. Otto, do you have any words to say? All right. Everything's good. All the check marks are checked. So now we just need to open the door. Okay. Door's opening. Retract the gantry. I always forget to retract the gantry. And oh, nice! The fuel vented to space. So far everything worked. Here we go. T minus 3, 2, 1.
Environs. Oh, that looks like a. Look at the little baby items. And we're back. Yeah, this one's running a bunch of stuff on a server. I don't know if I really want to mess with it that much. I mean, it's just this message. And I don't think performance is an issue because we've got a cache in front of it. So other thing we could look at, make sure we got everybody. I need to circle back and do a build of you to make sure it's right. Following videos is obsolete. We did hostable, we did hosting clips, we did schedule from videos, we did stream credits. Yeah, I think we committed that. But did we? Bin build.show. All right, don't delete the elm. Aha, up, it's local storage again. Actually, kind of yes. Except I'm going to need the compiler. All right, what do we do with local storage? We decided not to tackle this right now, basically. Okay, so notes for all of these. think all of this stuff is done. Optimized build. So in the course of that, we haven't really found any other problems with the Twitch API. So I guess to make use of the remaining time, we would try to publish the package, then get everything running on the package. Is it Elm make or Elm doc? No. I thought there was a command that we were using to make that documentation file. Oh, maybe it's a parameter to make. Docs equal, yeah. I think we did that fairly recently. What was I doing? Docs.json. Oh, not. It's a subcommand now. Okay, so no complaints there. Although, I guess it was documentation.json before. Hostable, stream credits, Lambda, on Twitch API. Just untracked. Okay, so nothing had laying around there. If there's any further changes, we have to track them there. So I forget what the order of, I probably have got notes. You visited them a little bit. I forget what the final step was. I think one of the last things you can do is push the next version tag. And then you'll get the other like pre-flight checks. So it's going to want Elm diff might removed, yeah, from that module. Removed modules, major, Twitch helix. Because it's removed. Added modules, minor. Okay, that's expected. So we need to change. Well, we need to commit that at some point. We will need to tag it locally, which would be one of the checks. It needs to be pushed. What was it? Which I think might be one of the last checks we can do. Found README, found license, verified documentation, version number verified, not tagged on GitHub. I should have just done tags. No uncommitted changes in local code. Okay, another way to stop it. Code downloaded successfully. Download code compiled successfully. All right, so now what we can do is go back to all of these and get our dependencies switched back around. So, hosting clips. I guess this was our build window, wasn't it? It's reactor. I don't know if running things shouldn't be too big an issue. And which window was that? Hostable, stream credits, schedule from videos, API, hosting clips. Actually, I'm probably going to want to install this, and then there might be some things that we can take out. Quick check. So we take that out. Too much stuff here. Did I forget to expose that? Kraken.request. Oh, I might have some cached stuff here. That's sometimes a problem with this. Well, that's going to be very old, isn't it? And actually, just clear that. No, that's listed as an exposed module. Oh, which version did we download? I thought it said 7. Wait, hosting clips. Did I end up in the wrong directory? Oh, that's hostable. I thought I... Load file. Now, I think this one should really be an indirect dependency. There's no help for that. I think parser can probably be an indirect dependency. If there's anything else I've forgotten about it. Might as well be doing build here. And here I keep doing stuff and maybe one window is fine. Maybe it should be this one. So we do in fact have hostable, which we've already installed the package apparently. Multiple modules, yeah. So oh no, because you didn't edit. All right, done. Hostable. To remove the source directory. Okay, so it's fine with that, and we're pretty sure that date strings and parser Yep. Parser.advanced. Oh, that might have actually been for the error reporting. I had to do that. All right. Twitch API itself. Schedule from videos. Was there stream credits? I mean, I think that had some changes. Okay, now, does this one also need to do parser stuff? Oh, it's a tolerant parser, apparently. It does. All right. Schedule from videos. Oh, I never even committed some of the other changes here, which at this point, we kind of want to switch over. Okay, so that was probably, I'm not sure why I put it in public, but that's probably one of the uploads to Lambda. So take that out. I think probably go ahead and put that back. Maybe you can go without that? No. Okay, I guess it considers that a direct dependency? Oh, no. Because this is the Lambda app. Oop. Yes, edit. Oh, did parser get left down there? Okay, so I had to do that from there, but the bin Lambda monitor. Update Twitch API package. All right, and all of those things have to, well, let's see. I could update Lambda. Here I didn't look at the diffs. Is that going to give me... Yeah, because I think I was using the straight up video before. That would give me some protection against changes in fields that I'm not using. But that's really just, let's see, what does that file system look like? Where do we compile that? I guess we just compile it to here. So index bootstraps it, that's what we compile to. So this should really just be log into Lambda, update the code. It should be. Which, much like deploying the rest of these, is going to be a sometime soon thing. I'll have to deploy most of these currently happens on the other computer. And I'm actually think I have maybe enough wherewithal to finish up the tax stuff today, so I should really do that. But I think that's all the cleanup here. And then under the normal schedule, if I'm not feeling feisty, next week we can actually get back to working on the actual time interface for the map. But that's it for now. Let me see what else is going on. See, there's some other web app programming. So I'm usually, wrapping up very early. Well, I got stuff to do. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the tips. I should actually take a note sometime to check in and see if there's a hook in Streamlabs to get that via API for the credits. I know Muxy didn't have it. If you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, seeing the best is doing some JavaScript and Vue stuff. And that's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye and until next time.